So last class we have solved the second problem using Newton-Raphson, and we derived the y bus, and then after deriving the y bus we find out the corresponding equations. After finding out the corresponding equation, how many of you find out FP2, FP3 and FPQ? So yesterday we was discussing about this only, right? So how many of you got these values, ma? FP2, FP3 and FQ2. Do you got this value? Rishabh? Rishabh, are you there? Just if you are applying the y bus matrix values here, this is y31 and this is y32 and this is y33, and with the known values from v3, v2 and v1 we can apply this and we will find out the value, and the final value of this is 0.12 per unit, right? So after completing this, what we need to do? Step 4. What is step 4, ma? Anyone recall what is step 4? So step 4 is nothing but formation of Jacobian matrix, right? Formation of Jacobian matrix. So what is the formation of Jacobian matrix? It is a 3 by 3 matrix because we are having 3 bus systems. So 3 by 3 matrix will look like this. And then so what is first value? Here we are dealing about FP2, here we are dealing about FP3, and here it is FQ2, and here it is del 2 and it is del 3, and then here it is V2, right? So if that is the case, then here, so it is a Jacobian matrix, so it is definitely a first order derivative equations only will get. So it is dou FP2 by, here it is dou FP3 by, sorry, here also it is 2 by dou FP2, here it is dou FP3, dou FP3, dou FP3, and here it is dou FQ2, dou FQ2, dou FQ2. So what we did, we given this for this, this and this, we are given this for this, this and this, so like this respectively, and in denominator we are going to use del 2. So dou del 2, here also it is dou del 2, here it is dou del 2. What will be here? What will be here, ma? Students, please tell me what in denominator of this y, sorry, this is J, right? J matrix. So J 1 2, what will be the denominator for J 1 2? Tell me, ma, fast. It is dou del 3 divided by dou del 3 divided by dou del 3, and what will be here? Dou, what will come here, ma? Someone respond, are you there or not in class? Vinith, please tell in voice because I can't able to see the chatting because I will be looking on the screen. Okay.
V2, sir. No V2.
Yeah. If any question I am asking, please respond in voice. Unmute yourself and you can respond in voice. Why this many people are coming late? So it is nothing but dou V2. As Vinith said, this also dou V2 and this is dou V2. Now what we need to do after forming the Jacobian matrix, what we need to do, we are having this equation FP2 equation already we have, and we have FP3 equation and we have FQ2 equation. So next we need to solve each and every values for this matrix, right? So first matrix will be dou F P2 divided by dou D2, right? So how can we do that? So here we are having the equation. So this is the equation. If you differentiate this equation with respect to dou D2, right? So dou D2 is here. So if you differentiate dou D2, what will be the resultant value? Someone tell me. If you differentiate this part with delta 2, then what will be the value? In last class also we have seen that same thing. I think Raksha, Rishabh, Vinith, you can respond. So directly I am writing because already we got practice in this. So directly I am writing the values here or the derivatives. So it is nothing but y21 v1 v2 sine theta 21 plus del 1 minus del 2 plus y23 v3 v2 sine theta 23 plus del 3 minus del 2. Okay, I am not taking the minus p. Yesterday Rasha was asking we need to put minus p2. Yes, it is correct, but at that time we need to assume that that is equal to 0, but we are not using that as equal to this as equal to 0. So p will be in right left hand side only. Okay, and if I apply this value, I will get y21 value is 12.13, and then v1 value is 1.04, and then v2 value is 1, and this is sine theta 21 value is 104.4 degree, and this will be 0. This del 1 and del 2 is 0, so I'll not include that, plus 12.13, and this is point 12.13 multiplication of 1.04, and here it is sine, here angle is 104.4, and delta, both the delta are 0, so I can omit that. So what is the final value for this? Someone tell me. It's equal to what is the final value for this? Take your calculator and do it. This is 4, 1.04 this is. Tell me the value. Make it fast. You should have your note, pen, calculator, everything in hand. Then only you can solve and tell me. Yes, tell me the value.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಯಾ ಸರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್
No.
ಇಲ್ಲಾರಲ್ಲ
How many of you got this value, ma? 24.47. So respectively, you need to do for all the values. So what value will get for? You are going to find out for all the values. I will write the final value here. Then dou f p2 divided by dou del 3. The value of this is minus 12.23, and then we need to find out for dou f p2 divided by dou v2. Same equation we are going to differentiate with respect to, here it is delta 3 and here it is v2. So if you differentiate this, then you will get 5.64, and next we can solve this one. Here it is dou f p3 divided by dou del 2. So this value will get minus 12.23, and then I am going to solve this. Steps are same for all. You can use the same step for all the values. Then with respect to del 3, dou del 3, then value is equal to 24.95. Okay, and then dou f p3 divided by dou v2 is equal to, the value is minus 3.05. So we got all these 6 value. Next we will go for this one, and here this del fq2 divided by dou del 2 is equal to minus 6.11. The steps you need to do, what is the steps for each and every value? Same like this, it will come for all other values also. You are going to do it from the base equation or corresponding equation. If you are differentiate with respect to the denominator, you will get these values that I am going to, that I am writing on the board. Same value you should get for all, right? Then dou f q2 divided by dou del 2 is equal to, the value is 3.05, and then finally we solve this also. Final value is this one, that is nothing but dou f q2 divided by dou v2. So dou v2 value is 22.54. So that's all. We got the Jacobian matrix values here. So these are all the values we need to fill into the Jacobian matrix. So next thing we need to do is we need to find out the corresponding equation values. Okay, corresponding equation values we got from this Jacobian. Next is Newton-Raphson final equation. What is Newton-Raphson final equation? The change in del value, the change of del to, this is the first iteration, right? First iteration value, and the change of del 3 of first iteration means this is new iteration. Previously we assumed value is 0. This is the value we found out from the Jacobian matrix, right? And then del v2. So these are all the updated. As per the Newton-Raphson equation, this we can get from the Jacobian matrix. Jacobian matrix. What is Jacobian matrix? That we found out in last step. That is nothing but 24.47 minus 12.23. These are all the values we get from that first order derivatives, right? And this 5.64, and here it is minus 12.23, and here it is 24.95. Here it is minus 3.05, and here it is minus 6.11, and here it is 3.05, and here it is 22.54. So this is nothing but the Jacobian matrix. We need to now, as Raksha said, here we need to multiply this with the power value. What is the power value? Power value is nothing but we need to find out, already we found out some power equations. From there we need to get these values. So how to get that? Here it is 0.73 and it is minus 1.62 and here it is 1.96. So how we got this value? So this value is nothing but del p, sorry, just a minute. I'll explain how we got this values. If you want to tell something, please tell me in the voice because I'm not seeing your chatting in chat up box. So you can unmute yourself and you can ask me any doubt in between also.
Sir, not able to see the screen, sir.
Oh, it is okay. Screen is not sharing. Just a minute. From how long it is not seeing?
Sir, you got disconnected in between, sir.
Oh, okay. Fine. I will share once again. Means okay. You got how the Jacobian matrix is got, right? This J matrix, how we got that, you understand, right?
Yes, sir.
And you got how this value is 24.47 is got from this dou f p2 by dou delta 2, that also it's known, right?
Till here, sir, we got after.
Okay. So respectively for all other components of this J matrix also we found out. And then what finally we are doing is, as per the Newton-Raphson equation, this is the change in del 2, change in del 3, change in V2 value. That is what we are going to find out with that iteration process, right? So because of this, if you want to find out this value, then what we need to do is, this is the Jacobian matrix J that we found out in the last slide, and here we need to put the, this is nothing but your del P20 and this is nothing but del P30 and this is nothing but del Q20. So how to got this value? How to get this value? This is nothing but P2 specified minus P20 calculated. So what is P2 specified? Tell me what is the specified P2 value from the question. In question, what is the P2 value, ma? It is 0.2, right? 0.5. If you see the question, you will get this value. I will write this one. P2 specified is nothing but 0.5 minus P2 that we have calculated. How much we have calculated P2? How much we have calculated P2? Tell ma. 0.026, right? So this is the value we got. So 0.26 or 23. In textbook it is 23. It is okay. I calculated it is for 26. That is not a problem. So what is the value? Approximately you will get 0. Minus, and here also it is minus, so minus into minus plus, so you will get around 0.73 or you will get 0.77. that is okay. 0.5 you will get, that is okay. I am taking 0.73 here. So this is nothing but that is how we have got this value 0.7. I hope you got how we got this value, right? Any doubt? Same like this for P3, this is specified minus P20, this is not 0, here only 0, it is calculated. P2 calculated. Tell me what is the value, what is the specified value they are given for P3? Tell me what is the specified value they are given for P3? It's nothing but 1.5. If you see the question, you will get it is 1.5. and this is minus. Why it is minus? Any idea why it is minus? I'll check. I'll show this question once again to you. Why it is minus? You tell me. This I put P3 as minus 1.5. Why? Because this is demand and this is the generated. If you are getting in generated, it is positive, right? This is something we are producing. Demand means something it is consumed by load. So obviously we need to put minus 1.5 for P3. So that is the reason I put minus 1.5 minus of, what is the value we found out for P3? What is the value we got for P3? It is 0.12, right? Minus of, or directly minus 0.13, because it is this one 0.12 is not in minus, so both are in minus. So I will get for P3 value, I will get around minus 1.62. So this is why I put this value. Okay, clear? Any doubt for this? Same like that, I need to find out for this also. This is nothing but Q, already the specified value is 1 and the find out value is minus 0.96 respectively. So how we did like this, same like that for this also, the value is around 1.96. we will get 1.96. so that is why I put here. Any doubt up to this? I have explained you why we got these values. Any doubt up to this? Please tell me. Please tell me more. Any doubt up to this?
No, sir.
Clear. Fine. Next we need to find out. So this is change in value, right? So change in value to actual value we need to find out for first iteration. So that is nothing but del 2 1, del 3 1 and then V2 1. So this is the final value we need to find out from this. And if you multiply this, before that we need to multiply this value, let it be del only. If you multiply this, you will get the value like this. So you can do it later, just multiply this through value, you will get minus 0.0230 and then here it is minus 0.0654 and then 0.0890. So this is the multiplied value of these two. So after getting this, we need to go for final calculation. So this is what we need to find out, del 3 1 and then it is V2 1. The formula for this is nothing but the old value, the old iteration or first iteration value, no, that one, del 2 0, del 3 0 and then V2 0 plus this value. So it is updating from old value to new value, right? So this is nothing but del 2 1 and then del 3 1 and then del V2 1. Yes ma'am. Just a minute. Final step I will come. Class master. So what will be the value for old value? We have considered the old assumed value, right? Zeroth iteration is nothing but assumed. We assumed this value as 0, this is also 0 and we assumed the slack voltage for V2. So this is the old value plus the new value is nothing but that we have find out here, that is nothing but minus 0.0230 and this is minus 0.0654 and again this is 0.0890. So if you add, that is your final iteration for final value for first iteration. So the value of this is minus 0.0230 and same value will get for here also, because this is 0, so same value will get, and this is 0.0654 and here it is 1.0890, right? So this is your final value. Any doubt? So what we did for the first iteration, we find out, we come up with the value, that is, these are all the unspecified value, right? This is what our aim. This value we need to find out using the Newton-Raphson method. So by applying the Newton-Raphson method for the first iteration, this will go up to n iteration by seeing the changes. If you subtract these two, if you subtract this and this, the value should be very minimum. Up to that, this iteration, say it will go to 2, it will go to 3, it will go to 2, up to your convergence ratio as you are assuming, right? So this is for theoretical calculation. In examination you will get to do, or you need to find out the unknown or unspecified values using the Newton-Raphson method for at least one iteration they will tell. And definitely you are going to solve this problem using polar form only, not using the rectangular form. So what you need to do, you need to convert all your values after finding out the y bus values. You need to convert that values into the polar form, then only you can able to easily calculate. And in syllabus also they are given the same thing, right? Any doubt up to this? So this is the final value you need to write down in the note. Any doubt up to this? Very simple step. If you think it is big, it is big. Otherwise, just find out the y bus matrix and then find out the Jacobian matrix, then find out the powers, multiply it and add it with the new and old iterations value, then you will get this value. Any doubt up to this? Please tell me yes or no.
No, sir.
So you got these points, right? I will share this video to you, and also the PPT will be shared to you. You can go through that, and up to this I will close up the Newton-Raphson method, right? Just a minute, my HOD sir is calling. I will come back. After that I will give the attendance. Please be in line.
So put it on. To this one. Such. Now we assume type 0 system. Now we assume type 0 system. And we substitute on KP value how we are getting, and substitute that case again in steady state error. We check what is the nature we are getting. There is a constant 0 and 3. We'll see. Yeah, now if you have to the KP equation, limit s tends to 0, g of s into h of s. What is g of s? What is g of s? Siddhartha. What is g of s? Yeah, what is g of s? What is g of s? G of s is gain of come as a constant branch to branch in the sequence becomes where we are having a g1, g2 terminal will be the gain. What is g of s? Actually, what is h of s? What is g of s and what is h of s? Copy save copy clear Shiva Avi. Yeah, g of s is the open loop transfer function, right? G of s is the open loop transfer function. That means it's also a transfer function which consists of numerator and denominator terms. G of s is the open loop transfer function. It's also a transfer function. Simply it consists of a numerator and a denominator. In numerator we are having a zeros, and denominator we are having a poles, right? G of s. G of s is the open loop transfer function. In this block diagram if you observe, G of s is the open loop transfer function. H of s is the feedback element. Feedback elements is also a feedback transfer function. Right? So g of s is an open loop transfer function which consists of numerator and denominator. In numerator we are having the zeros and denominator we are having a poles. The same way coming to the h of s. The same way coming to the h of s. H of s is also a feedback element, feedback transfer function. Feedback transfer function which also consists of a numerator and denominator. In numerator we are having a zeros and in denominator we are having a poles. Right? So the product of these two g of s and h of s, product of two transfer functions, product of open loop transfer function into the feedback loop transfer, feedback element, feedback transfer function. So the product of the two also will give a transfer function consists of numerator and denominator. And in numerator we are having a zeros, denominator we are having a poles. Right? Okay, that one. G of s is the open loop transfer function. H of s is the feedback element, feedback transfer function, which also consists of a numerator and denominator. In numerator we are having a zeros, denominator we are having a poles. The product also will come as a numerator and denominator only. In numerator we are having a zeros and poles. Right. So observe the equation. There you check what about the g of s and h of s, how we are substituting. What about the g of s and h of s we are substituting. G of s and h of s is also a transfer function which consists of zeros in the numerator and poles in the denominator. So zeros means s plus z1, s plus z2, s plus z3 so on, where z1, z2 are called as zeros. The same way coming to the denominator. Coming to the denominator we are having a poles, that means s plus s1, s plus p1, s plus p2, s plus p3 plus 1. So in numerator we are having a zeros, denominator we are having a poles. Okay, now we are writing the g of s into h of s. What is k? This k we call it as a gain. That means k into something. Previously we represented the transfer function. Something that is 4 by some s into s plus 1 into s plus 2, right? S plus 1 into s plus 2. So that 4 we call it as a gain of the system. That 4 we call it as a gain of the system. And coming to the zeros, we are not having any zeros. And coming to the poles, we are having 3 echelons of the 3 poles will come. Like that, in normally, generally, if you represent the system transfer function, which consists of numerator and denominators, numerators and denominators, right? The product of g of s and h of s also consists of numerator and denominator. In numerator, we are having the zeros. Denominator, we are having the poles. And some gain state. That gain we are assuming as a k. So product of this g of s and h of s we are writing as a gain k into s plus j1, s plus j2, s plus j3 by s plus p1, s plus p2, s plus p3. Right? Now we need to substitute the limits. In fact, so again, John is in the same way. Maybe John will complete the first case. Right? So if you apply the limits now, limit s tends to 0, k into this equation. Now what is the s value we need to substitute? 0. If we substitute the s value as in 0, what we are getting the equation? K into z1, z2, z3, product of z1 into z2 into z3 by p1 into p2 into p3. So if we calculate the zeros and poles, it will be some numbers it will come. Gain also some number. So completely it will come as a sum constant. Let me 0.100, some constant will come. So KP is a constant for type 0 system. We'll see why this system is called as a type 0. Here you observe the equation. First system we call it as a type 0 system, and this one we call it as a type 1 system. Why you call previously first one? This one we call it as a type 0, this one type 1. If you observe the pole locations, what are the pole locations we are getting? Minus P1, minus P2, minus P3 will become. But we are not having a polar origin. That's why this one we call it as a type 0 system. If you observe the same equation what we are having for type 1 system, you observe here the transfer function. What about the pole locations? Denominator we are having S into S plus P1 into S plus P2 into S plus P3. How many poles will come here? Here one more pole is there. That is S we are having at origin, that means 0, P1, P2, P3, like that 4 poles are there. Right? We are having a polar origin. So that's why we call it as a type 1 system. The same thing if you observe here, we are not having any S term alone is there. S plus P1, S plus P2, S plus P3, like that is there. Pole locations P1, P2, P3. We are not having a polar origin. That type we call it a type 0 system. So this one is a type 0 system transfer function. If we apply the limits, then we are getting a Kp error constant as a constant, positional error constant as a constant. If we substitute the Kp in steady state error, value in steady state error equation, that is 1 by 1 plus Kp. So 1 by constant. So completely steady state error also constant. That means in type 0 system, when the input is unit step. The steady state error is constant. Kp is constant, so automatically steady state error also constant. That's the main thing. The same thing now we'll check for the type 1 system. Type 1 system is the number of poles at origin is 1. We are having a 1 polar origin. Then what about the transfer function will come? K into S plus Z1 into S plus Z2 into S plus Z3 is 1 by S into S plus P1 into S plus P2 into S plus P3. Now if you observe here we are having a polar origin, 1 pole is there. That's why this one we call it as a type 1 system. Now apply the limits. That means S tends to 0. If we substitute S is equal to 0, then what the equation will come? 1 by S is there, 1 by 0. This numerator will get Z1 into Z2 into Zp, coming to the denominator S into P1 into P2 into P3. So if we substitute S as a 0, completely denominator will come as a 0. So 1 by 0 will come as an infinity. So the Kp we are getting as an infinity. Positional error constant will be infinity for type 1 system. If we substitute this Kp in steady state error, that is 1 by infinity, that is 1 by 1 plus Kp, 1 by 1 plus infinity, we are getting as a 0. This for type 1 system. The steady state error will be 0. And the positional error constant is infinity. Then we say what about the type 2 system will come? Type 2 system. What about it will come? Type 2 system. Type 2 system is what about the denominator? What are the changes will come in denominator? Type 2 system. S square, right? In denominator S square will come. Now also if you observe, if you substitute the limits S tends to 0, then also this denominator part will be 0. So 1 by 0 will get as an infinity. So automatically steady state error will be 0. 1 by infinity is 0. That is for type 2. And type 3 also same. Type 3 means S cube. Type 4 means S4 4. Type 5 means S4 5. Like that we need to substitute. If we substitute also, R will come as an infinity and 0 only. That means in case of
Sorry for delay, ma. There was a meeting with HOD, sir. Really sorry. Just a minute, please. Still you are there. I am happy to see still you are there. I am really sorry. I'll share the attendance list, please.
The positional error constant